what's a bubble bath without a bubble? There's nothing. Hey guys, it's Maddie, and today we're gonna make some bubble bonbons. These little cuties are a fun alternative to the liquid bubble bath and make washing up fun with tons of colorful bubbles. So without further ado, because I can't wait, let's jump into it and take a look at the recipe. Alright, first we're gonna start with our dry ingredients, and we're gonna grab a sifter and place it over your large bowl. So what we're gonna do is use each of our dry ingredients one at a time. We're just gonna sift it through just to make sure it's really fine and easy to mix in. So first we're going to start with our sodium lauryl acetate. So this is actually responsible for all the really big luxurious bubbles. And so obviously we're making a bubble bath. So we want the biggest bubbles possible for the best experience ever, duh. And so I'm noticing that some of the grains are not wanting to go through, so I'm gonna grab a spatula real quick just to make sure I can push it all the way through. All right, now that we're done with our first ingredient, we're gonna grab our baking soda and we're gonna repeat the same process, making sure we get out any clumps. Alrighty. Alrighty, now we're going to grab our cream of tartar. And so with using this product, I found that it kind of gives like a cake-like texture. Just made a mess. But it gives it kind of a cake-like texture, that really smooth, kind of buttery feel. And you'll notice when you make this product as well. Alright, and finally we're gonna add in our cornstarch and sift through again, repeating the same exact process, and then we will be done with our dry ingredients. All right, now that we're done with our dry ingredients, I'm gonna set this to the side and I'm gonna add some mica. So what this does is this just adds a little bit of color, a little bit more vibrancy, but make sure that whatever color you choose, it is FDA approved and skin safe. And I am using a 1/4 teaspoon, but I'm gonna kind of do a heaping of it just to make sure that you can really see the color. I don't know if you can see, but it's super bright and yellow and glittery, and I love glitter. So that looks about good. Dump that in here. Alrighty, and I'm just gonna kind of whisk a little slow just so I won't make a mess, because I am known for making messes. And when you're stirring, just make sure to scrape the bottom and all the sides just to make sure everything is nice and combined. All right, now I think this is all combined really nicely. As you can tell, it's a really, really pale yellow, kind of like a buttercream color, but it's what I was going for. All right, now I'm gonna grab my empty glass beaker so we can mix up all of our liquid ingredients. So the first ingredient I'm gonna grab is our glycerin. We're just gonna add this in here. And so the main purpose of using all of these liquid ingredients is just to help our dry ingredients stick together and just give them that really nourishing and moisturizing properties. That way when you use your bath, it's not drying your skin out and you're still enjoying all the bubbles. Next, I'm going to grab our avocado oil, which many of you may already know what it does, but just a reminder that it helps with nourishing and moisturizing properties. And our last ingredient, I'm going to grab our polysorbate 80 and a teaspoon measure. So the most important part of this whole entire process is this product right here. So what polysorbate 80 does is it helps prevent the color of the mica sticking to around your tub. You don't want rings because that's just another mess that we have to clean up later. So now I'm gonna add about 0.07 ounces, which is about 4 of these. Slowly squeezing it in, so that's 1, 2, 3, and last one, and 4. And now for our last ingredient, I'm going to grab our fragrance oil. And today I chose to use Fizzy Pop by AFI. We're just going to add a teaspoon of that into here. I can already smell it. It smells like, reminds me of my childhood. It kind of reminds me of 7-Up, I would say. So I just grabbed a glass stirring rod. I'm going to mix all the liquid ingredients together before we combine to the dry. Alrighty, and now it looks like our liquid ingredients are good to go. And so I'm gonna set this aside. And I'm gonna grab our dry ingredients and I'm gonna take our liquid ingredients and I'm gonna slowly drizzle it into here and then whisk as we go. So now we're gonna add this last little bit. We should be good to go. And I'm noticing there's a little bit that's struggling to come out, so I'm gonna grab my spatula just to make sure I get everything. And now we're just gonna keep mixing together and we just wanna get to the texture of some wet sand. Alrighty, it looks like our ingredients are nicely mixed together, so I'm gonna grab a pair of gloves. I'm gonna put these on and what we're gonna do is a little mold test. Grab a clump with my hands, squeeze nice and tight. And we're gonna open our hands. I think it's about perfect. What do you think? Alrighty, well everything held up really nicely, so I'm gonna set this off to the side. And I'm gonna grab a baking sheet so we can line all of our little bonbons out. And right here, as you can see, I have some wax paper just to make sure that it doesn't stick. So what I'm gonna do, just to make it a little fun, I'm gonna grab a little ice cream scooper. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna go in and get a heaping amount. That way you can use your palm to really press in and create pressure to create the mold. Alrighty, and I'm just gonna come over here and I'm going to slowly squeeze it out a few times. And all right, so I'm gonna do a few more and I'll come back to you in just a few minutes. Alrighty, as you can see, I just made 8 bonbons. The recipe normally makes about 18 of them, but I just wanted to show you 8 of them that I just dried for about 2 to 3 days. So it really depends on the humidity of your environment, so just make sure to place them in a dry and cool area and check on them. As you can see, if I pick one up, it holds its shape and it looks like a yummy ice cream. Little scoop of ice cream. Now I want ice cream. I don't know about you. And it smells so nice and fresh. So to use these bubble bonbons, simply crumble one of these under warm running water into the bath. This product costs us under $1 to make each of these little bonbons. And a pack of 4 can be sold wholesale for about $2 to $4 and retail for about $8 to $10. If you like this product, check out our video on how to make bath truffles for another fun product to add to your line. With that, I'm Maddie, and thanks so much for tuning in to today's AFI DIY. We have tons of more projects coming your way, so be sure to hit that subscribe button down below to support our channel. Become a member of our notification squad by clicking the bell icon, and you'll never miss an update from AFI. We'll see you guys in the next one, so bye for now.